want to smooth it over.
Wrong bank.
Now you gotta hit the
There we go. Sorry. My apologies, people. We are here. We are official today. We are on episode number 25 today. I got some special guests coming in today. Well, not coming in, as you can see, they are already here.
No, they can't see, but they can now.
Oh, well, you'll see in negative 5 seconds. Meaning 5 seconds ago.
We got Bum Jimmy.
Oh, y'all think that's funny, huh? Got a lot of kiki ha-has in here, huh?
I got a feeling it's going to be a face-hurting day today. A lot of laughter and smiling. But like I always say, every time we're in this building, I feel good because I feel like we're doing something, man. We doing something. We building, boy.
And he feels better because I'm here.
Yes, I do feel a lot better today because we got Jimmy as a guest today. So first and foremost, let me introduce my road dog, Mr. St. Patrick from the Mom and Pop Show and Socially Awkward and Uncomfortable podcast.
Yes.
He's
Good morning.
my co-host
Good morning
for today.
Yep.
How you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm feeling good. Feeling really good.
Awesome.
Yes.
There's a little bit of rain out there, but we're not gonna let that bring us down.
A
We're
rainy
Seattle
day
people.
in Zona.
Yeah.
Right. And then I also have another guest today, Mr. Jimmy Page. No, I don't think his last name's Page, but Mr. Jimmy. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Jimmy.
Thank you.
The famous voice.
Right?
The famous Habari Live voice. The man behind the curtain.
That kind of... Who needed to stay behind the curtain? Who stayed?
They can all see
Go
why
back to the
curtain.
curtain. Right? Go back to the curtain, bro.
And then last but not least, we've got my engineer of all engineers, Mr. Dip to the Lean.
Yay.
Yo. He's
the godfather of Habari Entertainment over here.
Yeah, man.
Well, not the godfather, the father.
Mm-hmm.
The father of Habari Entertainment.
I'm the cousin of Habari Entertainment, the little...
We got the princess in the other room getting her Elmo on, probably getting jiggy over there like she always do. Mm-hmm. And we got the Duchess off running errands right now, but she might have a little appearance before we get off today. Shout out to Miss Iesha. Mm-hmm. But today, it's a day, man. We I ain't gonna lie. We've all had a decent week this week.
No, I was playing.
Ups and downs and ups, trials and tribulations, smiles and frowns.
Yes.
So I just want to say out there to anybody out there that's going through it right now, just let it be known that you ain't by yourself. We're going through it too. We're trying to be successful in the best way we can in our vision of success. And the most important thing you got to remember is don't give up and believe in yourself. Even when there's doubt, still believe in yourself. No one can take your faith in you away from you. But let's get on to some fun. So today is episode 25, like I said. And let's get into this health is wealth segment for today. The health is wealth segment is brought to you by Moss Boss Organic Gel Enriched Sea Moss. Get your order of sea moss ASAP. Excuse me. You can contact Jessica Marrero on Facebook under jessica.marrero or her IG under Moss Boss Organic Gel, or you can email her at mossbossog@gmail.com. Get your moss ASAP. She actually had a wonderful event today. Last I checked in with her, she was at 5 jars sold. Boom, boom, boom. Let's get a little round of applause for that.
Yes.
She is under solar panels for all you guys worried about the weather. So she got a little bit wet, but she didn't get soaked. At least not until she started breaking down. Give me a second. I forgot to.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations for the Mouse Boss, man. We really want to see her do well with the moss. You know what I mean? And and sell a lot. We want all the sales.
Be the Moss Boss.
Right.
Yeah.
I want her to have all
mouse woman.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna start deleting a lot of people off Facebook. I'm so sick of you dumb motherfuckers, man.
That got violent real quick, man. That got violent.
Hit
Oh,
us with that
okay.
Gordon Ramsay and shit.
Man.
Like, you know, you did a really really awesome job at fucking disappointing me.
Now I think we should do a show where we just go through and read dumbass Facebook posts and dumbass Twitter posts.
Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
I have to say something that annoys the shit out of me, and I seen it on your post not too long ago. You did a post and someone corrects you. What the fuck they got at me with?
Like a grammar?
Yeah, like,
you know what I do,
my
dog? And the
gosh,
thing is,
you're not an English
with people
teacher.
with me, the fucked up part is with people, they think it's funny if I fuck up.
Yeah,
it's so weird, and I'm just like, I make text mistakes,
right?
but that wasn't even it. You made a serious post, and they're worried about a fucking word.
Right.
Like
that, instead they knew what I meant.
Yeah,
but he thought it was funny that I fucked up. And you know what I do to him every time?
Block.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you that you did that. I updated it. Thank you.
Yeah. That's stupid.
Right?
It's so dumb. I don't understand people, dog.
I tell people most of the time, especially when it comes to like punctuality in my grammar, I tell people that I text and I post like I talk.
Right.
The way I talk is not grammarly correct.
Right.
Yeah.
The way most people talk is not grammarly
dog,
correct.
We talk when you text.
I abbreviate a lot of my words.
When you text though, it's difficult because I might fat finger something. It happens all the time.
Or and autocorrect.
Right. And I think it's right. And I'm in a situation where I just want to get this out real fast and I do it. And then I look at it later and like, oh shit, I fucked that up.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. But people,
right.
Oh my God, dog.
Or I like switch two words around and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I have done that before, but I do that out of the context. Like if I were to do that on that post, I would have messaged Dip directly,
right,
and been like, "Hey, man, you missed the word.
Hey, you missed the word.
Yeah,
or you misspelled that, bro, on your last post. Oh, thanks." But you know, I don't.
And
know,
even
man.
that is still, you know what I'm saying.
It's not.
I'm not a, you know what I'm saying. I'm not an English teacher. I know.
You know what I meant.
I'm not exactly. You, me personally, I can't.
And honestly, the only reason I would do it is because if it's not computing in my head,
right?
Like that's the only reason why I would step out and say something.
If it's like a keyword you're missing, like a, you know what I'm saying,
I can't figure it out. I'm like, what is this supposed to say?
Right. Yeah. Maybe I might say something like, "Dog, I really don't know what you was trying to say here."
Yeah.
But you know what? I would probably just keep rolling. I probably wouldn't say anything. Oh, I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. Just keep rolling.
Yeah, a lot of the times if I don't have a connection to the person, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck
just
you're
keep
talking
scrolling.
about. Let's go to the next one.
This dude here said, I want to read this though. He says, America wouldn't be what it is it if it wasn't for Germany. Do your research. So people the last couple of days,
there's a lot
of us have been going around making excuses for Nazis because we love Kanye so much. We would do anything to protect him.
No.
So now everybody's online making excuses for Nazi Germany because Kanye said that Hitler isn't that bad.
6 million people.
He wasn't even fun. Yeah, he didn't.
To be honest, like it's
crazy, bro. We got these people got issues, man.
I'm one of those people who like to step back and really look at things for what they are. And I'm not gonna lie, Hitler was a very intelligent person. And there's certain things that he knew that like for instance, there's quoted
you can be two things at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be smart and still be a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's what I was getting to. Like people
Questlove says
something
about
people.
that. Questlove says being a genius doesn't mean you're smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, well, I would say being a genius doesn't make you a good person.
Right. That's
well, being a genius that don't mean you have common sense. That's probably what he's saying.
Yeah.
There's some common.
He was probably targeting that towards Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
we also got to understand too. A lot of people don't know this.
Mm-hmm.
Hitler was a drug addict.
Yeah.
He did a lot of drugs. A lot.
But dog, if we're making excuses for him, dude, we're headed down
Didn't he kill himself,
man?
Yeah.
Supposedly,
they say he killed himself. Yeah, but the main thing is this: we can't take up for him, man.
Yeah, we should not be.
Come on, man.
Sticking up for that. Germany.
Dude, I'm talking to people who are like, well, why isn't he as known as Stalin or people who kill black people? Like, dog, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, dude. You are trying to take up for him. It is nothing you can say that's going to make it better.
Right.
You can't say, well, why is he so popular? It doesn't. He's so popular because he is that story and the video and all of the other stories that came from behind what happened has made him one of the most famous killers, genocide. There's other people who've done it, but because we have so much film, so many pictures, so much people that was able to talk and tell their story, it's more. It's one of the more talked about than the others.
I think there's certain things too.
We don't have anybody from Stalin's shit. We
not
don't
in a positive way or anything, but there's like who has the Holocaust? Like who else has really been on that level?
Well, Stalin killed a lot of motherfuckers in
don't get me wrong, like,
in Italy.
People,
like, but what I'm saying, like, there wasn't a
Anne.
What was that Anne? What was her name?
Anne
Frank.
Frank,
There
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
an Anne Frank and Stalin situation.
Story, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There wasn't
Wasn't there? Yeah, there's her diary.
the army didn't come there with cameras and find all those people in gates and concentration camps, skinny and standing there in Stalin.
Yeah,
like
but
it didn't have the effects.
How close was Stalin actually to taking over the world, though?
That's the other thing. Stalin was a follower of Hitler. He wasn't Hitler was the main motherfucker.
Yeah.
He was the main dude. Just like the dude in Japan. He was on some bullshit too. They fucked up China. They killed all type people in China. They dropping napalm on little kids in China. They was fucking people up.
Yeah.
He don't get, nobody knows the emperor of Japan's name like that.
Yeah.
Who was running that shit at that time, because what? He was like the third in power. Out of Hitler was number one.
Yeah.
This was the leader. Who we gonna come after? We're coming after leader.
The leader, yeah.
So and then I heard a dude who said, why are we more mad at Hitler than we are at George Washington? This is the dude, this is the shit that people are doing online. They are trying to make excuses for Hitler's shit. Like, dog, why you can't make excuses for that?
Who would accept that claim though? I'm kind of curious.
That is the craziest claim I've heard. I told him that was crazy.
Who is really out there being like, I'm more upset with Hitler than George Washington?
No one.
Like, who's
that's what I'm saying. Nobody's weighing these things.
I feel like those are like two. You know what I'm saying? You don't put those two together.
Well, it's the thing. What they're trying to do is they're trying to say that since George Washington owned slaves that he's just as bad as a person who committed genocide. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, you can't justify for having slaves, but at the same time, it was the thing back. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody owned slaves.
It was the thing back then.
Not even necessarily back then, like throughout history
exactly.
Right.
Throughout war, slavery.
So you're gonna blame George Washington because he didn't stop it? He didn't start it.
Right.
Hitler started genocide. He began it. He was the leader. George Washington was just another motherfucker who didn't stop it, just like thousands of other motherfuckers who didn't stop
all the other presidents that were around
right.
him. Just like
you can't
Adams,
blame it on him. Like, it's so dumb, dude. People kill me, man. But we can blame the Holocaust on Hitler because he fucking started it, put it in plan. He put it in construction camp. He built gas chambers. He did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't blame slavery on this guy.
Yeah.
But we definitely can blame this shit on Hitler. I'm just getting so pissed at Kanye, dog. He is taking our people for a ride right now, and it is, oh my goodness, it is bad, man. What's going on?
I think he's at a point too where he knows he has power, but I don't think he realizes
what kind of power he has,
the type of power he has.
Man.
Right.
Yeah, he's creating these cults.
People are like, that's what I was gonna say. People are like cultish on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been one to follow someone like that and worship someone like that, so I can't fully understand it. But there's a lot of people out there that are like, I saw speaking of the stupid comments on Facebook, I saw somebody the other day posted on there that they tried to compare Kanye West to Martin Luther King. I was like, how?
I don't know how they look around the white supremacists that he's hanging out with.
Yeah.
The White Lives Matter shirts, the downing of black people, saying that we was enslaved by choice. Like, all these crazy things that he's saying about us, and they're looking over it somehow to just focus on what he's saying about the Jews because they like that.
Because they worship him, man.
It's weird, dog.
It's just like trying to talk to a devout Christian about how in the Bible it says Jesus had hair like wool. Oh well. Some people have curly hair.
Right.
Some white people have curly hair. He's still a white guy.
This is hair like, you know what I'm saying?
His skin was the color of bronze.
Hey man, we know that right there. To me, that's a big one, man, because that's a tough one.
And he has skin like copper.
That's Middle Eastern to me.
Yeah.
Or copper.
He sounds Middle Eastern to me. He doesn't sound.
I'm not trying to say he
doesn't
African,
sound
Middle Easterner,
right.
But I know for a
he's
fact
not white
from those descriptions. He is not European.
Definitely.
He does not have straight hair.
Definitely don't.
He does not have blue eyes.
He definitely don't.
He is not.
But dude,
his level of melanin. He has a certain level of melanin. If he is resembles
but it's
copper.
also tough. Because there's no proof that this dude ever lived.
This is
right.
This is going to surprise Aunt and probably some of y'all. But I was watching what's his name, Neil deGrasse or something like that.
Yeah. He's dope.
I love that guy.
I was watching him and he was talking about Christopher Columbus,
and
he was telling like on his third voyage, I think he was 1805 or something. I think he said 1805 or something like that. That he just so happily knew that it was going to be a lunar eclipse. You know what I'm saying? A lunar eclipse.
I heard about this.
Oh, he used that power against.
And he said, if you don't give me your food, my God is stronger than your God. And in 3 days, he's going to soak the sun in blood. And 3 days later, like when he said it, you know what I'm saying? The lunar eclipse came and they gave him all their resources. I think it was for the winter they was getting ready for.
Yeah.
And they just gave him all their resources.
And then they got scared and stuff.
Yeah, and they was like bowing down to him and everything. Like
he
it's crazy.
He knew a little bit more about the constellations and how things work.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
But that's a sailor.
Man, these motherfuckers ain't shit, man. I'm trying to take advantage of these people, man.
I mean, and let's get it right too. Like, I don't care if y'all try to cancel me or not, but fuck them all.
For real.
That's how I really feel about it.
I just don't understand.
I can give kudos in certain places. Like there's certain things, like I said, like there's certain things about Genghis Khan that are brilliant. Like he was a brilliant person when it came to war.
Definitely.
Like there's certain things about like the motherfucker damn near took over the world.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, dude was crazy.
He damn near took over.
He's one of the best conquerors, most successful conquerors there ever were. I mean, you got to put him up with Alexander
the Great.
You got to put him up there. Yeah,
and Hitler.
You got to.
Napoleon Bonaparte. Like all of them, they had to have some level of great intelligence.
Yeah,
and they did great things, even though they're not great things.
No, and they're not great people.
Great things.
They did bad things to people too to get to what they did. You know, we don't talk about it, but you know, they had to be fucking people up, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They had to be really bad to people, man, to get to what they did and the power they
have
had.
That, yeah, absolutely.
Right. I mean,
that type of power
we just don't,
because those are the type of people who control their power with fear.
Yeah, man. They didn't play, dude.
Yeah.
They was killing everybody's shit.
Like they don't give a fuck.
They was wiping shit out, man.
So, you don't agree with me? Get him.
For real.
It was like some old fucking night shit where it's just like, you know what, off with his head.
And the crazy part is that it hasn't been that long that we've been civil as a world.
Yeah.
Egyptians were like that too, though.
It's only been like 50 years.
The Egyptians were like, you know what I'm saying?
Egyptians were
they was conquerors, man.
Yeah, they were, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
You think of, I hate to put like fiction with nonfiction, but look at Moon Knight. You know what I'm saying? You see how the gods were though at the same time. And
they used to make sacrifices, shit. You
know what I'm saying? It's in every type of is Greek, you know what I'm saying? Like the Norse gods, like gods also were some of the most brutal people.
It's a different time. You had to be brutal to survive, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way it was. It's eat or be eaten.
Yep. Dog eat dog world.
For real.
Especially back then, man.
It was
like
fucked up, man.
Like I love learning about like you know what I'm saying, the Greek mythologies and like that type of stuff.
Yeah. The Greek, man, their culture was more like the Roman culture.
Right.
And when you come from people from that culture. And one big thing I did like about that culture that I wish that we would have incorporated is they didn't have a construct of what male and female was. And men and women, you know, did whatever they fuck want to. In Roman society, men mess with all type men. They did what they want to. Nobody looked down on it. Being gay or dressing a certain way wasn't
The only
Men
thing I
wore
wouldn't-
robes, girls wore long
Only
robes. You
thing
know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean?
Yeah.
agree with about that statement, though, is they also turned a blind eye to pedophilia back then.
Oh yeah. I don't agree with that.
But as far as like man on man, and
That's
man
on them.
women,
That's on them.
adults, as far as adults,
Do what the fuck you
doing
wanna
what
do.
you want to do,
Adult-
just don't
over
involve the
18. Let's just
kids.
point that
Right.
out. Over 18.
I didn't.
The
That's definitely
consensual
true.
age.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But I just the concept that we built of that, what men have to wear and what women have to wear, has really built the confusion that we see today.
Mhm.
Of people trying to be a man or be a woman when they're not born. There's certain things. It's because of the construct that we built, putting these rules on what a man's supposed to be or what a woman is supposed to be.
Right.
And I don't think if they had those problems back then because they didn't put
They didn't
those
care. Yeah.
boxes around people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that hurts society in a way. I know a lot of people might not agree with me,
Yeah.
but I hate to see the people who are the edges of society treated like they're treated because they're gay or they like to dress like a woman. But if everybody dressed the same and we all wore long robes, it wouldn't even fucking matter. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, you think they had these problems in little tribes in Africa with people trying to dress like everybody wore little leaves? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Right?
it wasn't a big
Especially,
deal.
Especially,
He
especially
said
if you talk
little
about like
leaves.
real African tribes. Like there's no such thing as a bra.
Right.
You know,
Titties
and
just
these
flopping
real
out.
like just
You know what I'm saying?
you know,
Just,
like
Didn't matter if you had the B cups, the
nope.
triple
nah,
D's.
you know,
You might have some beads on,
and then the thing
and then
is,
the
too,
beads
though,
are sitting in between the
and I've been
breasts.
saying this my whole life. If you lived in a situation like that where you saw boobs all the time, they wouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah. I
You know what I
agree.
mean?
It's because there's
Yeah.
it's
You
such a
see them all the
secretive
time,
thing. It's
but
such a
now since they're
personal
hid,
thing.
they're put away. We like, oh, those, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like, it's different.
That's why there's such a
Right.
thing with public breastfeeding,
Right.
Yeah.
because
If-
Americans have been conditioned to
Sexualize
To
it.
think
Right.
that was right.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this
And, like,
is
I-
something that feeds kids. It's nature. You remember? Could
Yeah.
you remember? Imagine cows having to cover up their udders. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I
Right.
gotta keep this covered because it's it's dumb, man.
Yeah.
We
Wearing
just
jeans.
It's like- or even your pets. You know what I mean? When your
Right.
dog or your cat has kids, like there's no one's over there watching a female cat nurse her kittens.
right.
And be
And
like,
like, I
"Damn,
put
look at them
that
udders."
away.
Everybody over there like, oh,
Right.
when them kittens is done.
Up
I mean, don't
next.
get me wrong, there probably is somebody out there.
But
I mean, there has to be.
Bestiality.
because There has to be some type of weird shit because how do we come up with milk from a cow?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I-
Don't get me wrong. There's
Why do
probably
I?
somebody
I was
out
thinking
there.
somebody was
Somebody.
hungry.
Yeah.
Bro,
Motherfuckers was
No,
hungry.
honestly,
could
no.
you
No,
imagine?
that's probably honestly where it
For
came
real.
from, though, is what Dip is saying. Because you got to think about it. Like you got to back when things like that started, it came out of necessity and resources. Like kudos to all those people who had to figure out what berries we could fucking
Right.
eat,
Oh yeah.
what mushrooms we could
Right.
eat. Because back then there was no guide. It was like, fuck, I've been walking for 6 days.
Right.
I'm hungry as
I'm
fuck.
hungry.
That looks like I don't even
Motherfuckers
know. Like
had a
they
cow.
probably didn't even
Bro,
think like that.
that-
Like it looks like
Yeah.
they're probably just like, I know this animal
Right.
is still moving from consuming this,
And dude, if
and I ain't got no other choice.
for
know.
Europeans on the real, dude, it was a necessity.
Yeah.
They needed it for living. And then for real, if it wasn't for milk, like most of the motherfuckers would be dead
Yeah.
Yeah,
because the Black Plague was wiping out anybody who. And if that what was the biggest part is if you were, I think they said if you were lactose intolerant, the chances of you dying were much higher.
much
Yeah.
higher.
I'm
when you
glad.
were-
Hey,
Yeah, because that's also an era too. A lot of people don't realize like good drinking water was hard to find.
Hard to find.
and milk
Yeah.
is like milk that's just got that's fatty. Like it
Yeah.
has a lot of fat in it.
But have you ever tried milk from a cow?
No,
Mm.
but still, I heard it's like one of the fattest.
Is
You know what
it
I'm saying?
really gross?
It is really
You mean like
gross.
straight out the udder?
Yes.
Yeah,
it
is it-
is.
And
Oh,
that's how they
yes.
drink.
You've
That's
had
how
it?
they used to drink it too,
Yeah.
straight out the
It-
udder.
It ain't.
You've
not
had it?
good.
Ain't
Yeah.
no sweetness like the.
Yeah, I
like
did
the
a-
human.
had a little milk stash.
Yeah, we did a milk test.
Oh,
And we grabbed every single milk you could think of, and we tried just like maybe.
Oh,
like
and what you got
two-
like raw milk or something like that?
Yeah, oat
And-
milk,
Oof.
almond milk, every milk you could
Almond
think
milk
of. we
isn't
You
tried.
bad.
still got it from the
Yeah.
store though, right?
What's that?
You still got it from the store though, right?
Some of them we did. Other ones we had to go to like special places to get it.
Okay, because I was
Mm.
gonna say
Yeah.
even.
Straight from the cow. Have you tried it? Huh?
Goat milk.
Yeah,
Goat
goat
milk.
milk's another one that's.
straight from the
I've never
udder.
even
It goes
been
to the
interested
cow
in
milk.
that.
Yeah.
Ugh, that sounds
Yeah.
disgusting.
It's actually really good.
That just think about it. You just go
Uh-huh.
up to a cow,
They say goat cheese
do
is
your
good, though.
thing,
Yeah. Just drink
then
it.
you was like, let me see what it tastes like. You know what I'm saying? That's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, hey, could you
Um,
imagine that the
Nah,
first
somebody
person?
was hungry as
First person.
fuck, and they looked at
Well,
that
no,
udder
yeah.
and was like, "Hey, I gotta
Yeah,
figure
no, that's
something
what I was
out."
gonna say.
Yeah.
The very first time
Yeah.
you didn't go get a chair and a bucket and nah. The very first time it's probably just like Dip said, motherfucker was desperate.
Hungry.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, you know
Why
what?
not kill the cow?
That was
Yeah.
next.
They probably didn't even wipe nothing off either. They just put that shit up. Yeah, they ain't gonna kill the cow. They rather make the cow reproduce and get the veal.
Yeah.
So you was like, dog, that's why they kept them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They domesticated them because they was like, dude, this is important. We can eat the calves, we can eat their babies, we can keep her feed milk, she'll feed the babies.
And then when the bull gets old and you
Right.
can't do anything else with the bull,
kill
then
it,
they
right.
kill the
Yeah,
bull,
yeah.
and then
Get
that's
that
a lot of
meat.
fucking meat.
Yeah.
Because you got this like
Right.
700, 800 pound
Mm.
male.
A little bit of
Yeah.
salt,
You know what I
pepper,
mean?
and
Like,
throw it on the grill for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And back then too, they're like, they utilized it like Pops used to say, gosh, what's his first name again? Witherspoon. From the
Mhm.
rooter to the tutor.
Right. That's
Oh,
right.
yeah,
You
from the
the
rooter
whole
to the
thing,
tutor.
you know what I
Everything.
mean? When you kill that bull, you're taking that hide and you making a coat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You making a blanket for your
Yeah.
baby or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They taking all that meat, all that whatever is like not going to be used for steak or stew or whatever. They get those thin strips. They make jerky out of it.
Yeah,
You know what I
man.
mean?
Yep.
They make jewelry with the bones.
Yeah.
Jewelry with the tail.
We were
like all that
much
shit.
more resourceful then than we are now.
They
Man.
use
Yeah.
all
we,
that
we
shit.
just
Now people
Go
just
to
make
it.
jokes about, you know what I'm saying? I think about Cat Williams, and he was like people, you know what I'm saying, don't try to go out and discover anything. Like we'll be in the car and see they was like, is that a Rottweiler or a bear? I don't know, but yeah, no, he was like, I don't know, but
it's a different time, man.
yeah, it
it's
is a
different
really
time in
different time.
society, man.
Different time, man.
Really, people don't go out to find things; they try to find themselves more, try to
No,
find themselves more.
Different time.
That makes sense,
It's safer to YouTube it or Google it.
right?
Hey, Google.
So you talking about flexibility today? What we flexible
Yes,
about?
flexibility. But real quick, let's get through the health is wealth.
Cool.
We're gonna go over sour sop. Y'all ever heard of that one? It's one of these newer rising ones, like in the jackfruit. Well, not the family, but as far as not as popular in the mainland of America, like jackfruit.
What's the name of it
fruit,
again?
Sour sop.
Sour sop.
Yes.
And this is a fruit?
I'm not sure if it's a fruit or a vegetable. I think it's a fruit.
Hmm.
Maybe
To
I
be
have.
honest, me personally, I'm not too familiar with it. But Jess is planning on incorporating it with her sea moss in the near
Wow.
future. I'm not sure if she.
I wonder if
I
it
think
tastes
she's
like
waiting on
kiwi.
it. I'm
So
not-
it is a fruit.
Kiwi
it
is
a fruit?
good.
Okay, I
Yeah.
thought it was a
Yeah.
fruit, but I didn't want to say for sure. I didn't want somebody pop up in the comments like, "Nah, man, it's a vegetable."
On your
I've
Facebook
seen it
comments.
before.
Yeah, it's like a big
big
green
green
looking
thing. I didn't think you can eat these.
man. You can eat anything.
That's crazy, bro.
Don't believe that, kids.
Yeah,
Do
you
not
can.
believe.
I don't know if you're
You
gonna
can't-
live.
You can't eat
you're gonna-
Lego.
I didn't say whether you're gonna live or feel good afterwards, but you can't eat anything. You can put anything in your mouth.
Pause. But go ahead.
So many of the reported benefits of soursop are due to its high content of antioxidants. Antioxidants are always good because, as you know, as society is right now, we put a lot of toxins inside of our body willingly. Antioxidants are compounds that help neutralize harmful compounds called free radicals, which can cause damage to cells. Research shows that antioxidants play a role in reducing the risk of several diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. You had a question, Jimmy? Oh, I thought you raised your hand for a second.
I'm
like, we're not in class.
Class,
But
no.
okay, if you want to be polite, I'll accept
I
your
was just sitting up.
politeness. The jacket's coming off. It's about to get real.
Mhm.
If y'all hear like some squealing or something like that, don't worry about it. It's just the princess. She's entered the room. Studies have shown treating breast cancer cells with soursop extract was able to reduce tumor size. So if anyone out there is dealing with breast cancer and someone suggests using the soursop extract, there you go.
Wow.
Kill off cancer cells and enhance the activity of the immune system. That sounds like a freaking super fruit right there.
Yeah.
Another study looked at the effects of soursop extract on leukemia cells. which was found to stop the growth and formation of cancer cells. Soursop is able to effectively kill off multiple types of bacteria, including strains that uh, not give, strains that cause gingivitis, tooth decay, yeast infections, and strep throat. It's an anti-inflammatory and stabilizes blood sugar as well. This is a superfruit. I don't know why she didn't mention that it's a superfruit, but it's high in antioxidants. It treats cancer, or not treats, but it fights cancer and reduces tumor sizes. It fights inflammation. It helps against leukemia. It helps against gingivitis, tooth decay. All y'all funky breath dragon mouth people out there, fights against gingivitis, tooth decay, yeast infections, strep throat. It does a lot. It helps with blood sugar levels. So all you people, all you diabetics out there. But yeah, that is soursop. And look out for Moss Boss. She is gonna be making a strand, or not a strand, but she's gonna be making a flavor that's gonna be including the soursop. So if you are suffering from any of these ailments and you enjoy consuming sea moss, get with Jess with Moss Boss Organic Gel Enriched Sea Moss. And that is gonna be the health is wealth for today. So after that, we are getting into the wealthy wisdom. So first and foremost, before I get into the flexibility, I just want to remind some of these entrepreneurs out here, some of these fellow peers, that when you are out and about trying to start your entrepreneurship, there's a few things that you want to look into. Now they suggest to do it in this order, but I'm the type of person who encourages you to move at your comfortability and move at your pace. If you want to go with the flow, go with the flow. If you don't like going with the flow, don't go with the flow. Be water, my friend. Be water. Um, so they say invest in stock first, and then own a business, and then own real estate. So those are some boss moves that you can incorporate wealthy wisdom. But like I mentioned last episode, I am going through these characteristics of entrepreneurs. And there's a nice long list of entrepreneurship characteristics that they say all entrepreneurs have. Last time we went over persistence, which I thought it's definitely a top 3. Mr. Dip was saying he puts it at number 1. But today we're talking about flexibility. So flexibility in the sense of being able to roll with the punches, being able to keep going even though certain obstacles have popped up that you were not expecting. So like for instance, someone who wants to own a business and they have no idea what's going on about a LLC. They don't know how to file or anything like that, and you fall into these obstacles, but you know how to just keep on going. You do your due diligence, do some research, and you accomplish your goals. So, like I said earlier today in the episode, we've all had quite the interesting couple of weeks. So, is there any examples? We'll start with you, Jimmy. Is there any examples or anything you think that have happened to you this week where you had to engage in your flexibility as far as like maybe I know you were saying something about trying to get this new job. Maybe there's a financial situation that has arisen recently that maybe you need a little bit better of an income, or something at the job you're at now that you're just not feeling like I don't like this new assistant manager. They
I
ain't
don't like
doing that
nobody. No,
much.
I'm
I don't like none of you motherfucker. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Justin, Caitlin, Bethany. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. No, but one big thing is like I walk to work, so we, you know what I'm saying. Like we said on our show, we moved. That's another flexibility for you on with the
Oh
anyway.
yeah, we'll get to Dip. Dip,
Yeah,
I know for sure. Dip
yeah, I
has
know he
had some
has a couple.
flexibility this week.
But
Past couple weeks.
No, getting I'm trying to apply at Crumble Cookie because it's close. First of all, it's closer
Mhm.
and it pays more. But one of the things I had to do this week was I'm going to Arkansas for my Christmas break, and the plane ticket doubled,
Mm.
so it's gonna be like $600. So I have to stay out there until New Year's, till New Year Day.
Oh, you got it. So you're gonna stay
I
longer,
I have to
so you
extend it
can get a
so
different
so it could be
price.
a
So you can.
cheaper.
That's understandable.
That
Understandable.
was gonna be a fat ticket price.
Yeah, yeah.
Like that Plus, I don't think my job pays enough for me to, you know what I'm saying?
To just
For
be
me,
like,
yeah.
let me just buy this 600 real quick.
Right.
Or
Like,
drop that 600.
no.
But yeah, that's a good one, man, because these plane tickets are tricky, especially around this time of the year.
Yeah.
If you don't got them yet, like they're gonna jump.
They
because it's the
changed. They
travel time.
changed. Like,
yeah.
Were you trying to go on a certain day?
I leave the 19th. Yeah, I just wanted to leave on the 19th.
Oh, okay. Because they say like there's tricks and trades to it.
It's
like
certain
you
days,
can
like Tuesdays or some
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
shit.
the
Yeah,
days in the
it's
middle
a Monday. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
So
they
which is
saying
still
that
kinda
Tuesdays
busy.
are the best day to fly out or to try to buy flights. It's
Yeah,
something
like
stupid
midweek.
like that. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
like midweek is best.
Yeah.
Like
and I heard
Tuesday,
a
Wednesday,
good day to
Thursday.
buy plane tickets and everything cheaper was Black Friday. Was supposed to be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's what I
heard
heard.
that.
That's what I heard. That's
I
what I
could see
heard.
them putting out deals,
The best I heard is
but from a business point of view, I also see people being like, "Well, motherfuckers is gonna try to get them on."
There was a
Friday
plane ticket. There was a plane
anyways,
ticket
so-
from Phoenix to Memphis. It was gonna be like 3 hours, just straight there.
the longer you buy the ticket before you want to do it like a couple months
Yeah,
out.
that always
Yeah,
helps.
I should have. I should have
when
done
it's
it.
last minute, they fuck you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should have done it. Like
Yeah.
I bought the ticket. I have all my information, but just the thing I just don't like. I don't like doing layovers. Layovers is not it for
ain't,
me.
ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah, man,
it's just
sometimes you gotta
layover
do,
in
man.
Atlanta for like 2 hours.
Was there a specific
In
airline?
Atlanta? I say in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Atlanta. Well, it's only 2 hours. You can't really do nothing.
exactly. Because I can't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm
'cause
7. You know what I'm
ain't-
saying?
Yeah.
But
Was there a specific airline that you were trying to go to as well?
American,
okay.
American Airlines probably I heard was the best one to go on. But I'm going Delta.
Oh, okay.
What's the one that's is like Spirit or whatever, where they be throwing hands and
Southwest.
stuff?
Yeah, Spirit.
So yeah, don't go on the Spirit. They be
Yeah.
throwing hands and shit. You say the wrong thing to the wrong stewardess, and what boy? So
Finna jump on you like a jaguar.
Right. Next thing you getting escorted off,
Right.
and you ain't getting your money back.
Ain't that what happened to Odell earlier this week? I think he got escorted off the plane because what?
Medication.
I
I'm not
think
sure.
so. I
That's
think
what
he
they
was.
were saying.
I
That would
think
be
he was.
something y'all know.
Yeah, he
more
was
than me.
dozing in and out, in and out of consciousness. I heard.
You
So
sure he wasn't just sleepy? I mean,
that's what I was
I
saying.
try to
But they
go
said he
24
was
hours
going.
before every
Yeah.
flight because I don't really like flying.
Yeah.
So I try to stay up 24 hours before every
That's
flight
what I'm-
so I can make sure I'm going to sleep on that plane.
That's what I'm trying to do.
There's it's kind of weird because they were saying like there's conflicting like reports. They were saying like the flight attendants and stuff like that were being a little like
Being a little rude.
yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, man. And this time of the year, man, people's attitudes are
Crazy.
on edge. You know,
Yeah.
'cause it's
I
a
see that
Holiday
every single
pressure,
day.
man.
yeah. The holidays is stressful, man.
Holidays are stressful,
Which is-
dude.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
my flights are like I have an early one. Like I got to get there at 3 a.m. for my flight
Ooh.
back. Yeah, I got to get there at 3 a.m. My flight leaves at 4.
But you got to be flexible, dog.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a really
But,
good one right there.
you know,
where you do
Yeah.
got to be flexible dealing
The
with these
thing is
planes.
this that you have to focus on, man. Flexibility is not just it's being able to work in different situations, and
Right.
in whatever situation you're in, you able to say, all right, I can work myself into it. It doesn't matter what's going on.
Right.
I'm flexible. You could work with me.
That's
You know what I
that's
mean?
that's
And
that's how
Yeah.
I think that's how I felt when I was trying to play basketball, go to work, and do you know what I'm saying, be in school all at the same time. So I did change my work schedule around my basketball schedule. So I
Mhm.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when I was playing. But it was also the fact, okay, if I can't get a ride there, then I'm gonna have to walk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm
gotta
fine
weigh
with that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta just weighing all like you said, it's just weighing everything out.
Yeah.
Like
And I like that. That sounds good to me because I feel like there's a lot of I hate to sound like that old person, but there's a lot of people in your generation where I feel like they're like, what? I gotta walk?
all right,
I gotta walk?
boy.
And like no disrespect to my stepdaughter, like she's doing awesome. Like she's blowing me out of the water when I was in high school, all the stupid shit I was doing. But
Uncle won't let me do nothing stupid. Uncle not let me do anything stupid.
Sometimes it bugs me though that she'll call her mom to come pick her up from school. We live like 5 minutes away from the high school, walking.
Oh, we live like, and before it was like 3 miles. So I'll walk like 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it'd be an hour walk.
That's
like
that's
good
pretty
hour
much how
walk.
I was. Like I when I was in high school, I walked to school. I was in junior high. I had the option to take the bus, but I was I was always a borderline kid. I did good stuff sometimes, but I hung out with the hoodlums.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I'll
there's a
try
lot
to
of
do good.
times
You know what I'm saying? That's how
yeah,
I am.
yeah.
Like I won't get in trouble, but like you know what I'm saying.
My mom knows I got a record.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious though. I've never been to
Like
prison
ask Unc.
technically.
I'm too late. I'm too lazy to do anything bad. Like
Too lazy.
yeah. I just what's the point of going out?
I mean, you walking all the way to go. You walking to go play basketball. That doesn't sound lazy to me.
Other than that, I mean,
So, how are you flexible?
Patrick.
You, Patrick.
Yeah. What have you had to
Kids.
adjust with?
Running to the
Yeah,
toilet
well-
while your wife wash the kids.
Yeah, well, my wife. So my
Tag
wife
team in
started.
the toilet. I saw that post too.
Yeah. My wife started working, so I had to change my schedule at work to make sure that like I go in earlier, so that way I leave earlier to pick up the kids, and
Mhm.
it's I just changed my routine a little bit, and you kind of framed up some stuff and kind of changed things around. So that's one way I was being flexible, and then at work itself, we're during our busy season right now.
Mhm.
So a way to be flexible on that is just being able to change my format of the way I'm working.
Right.
So that way I'm able to do two things. So that way I'm not getting more slam because I'm working less time. So it's just the motion of how I'm
trying to
working.
critique so you can be as efficient as possible.
Right. In less time.
In less time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you had to change the schedule.
Yeah.
That's a big one right there. Like when it comes to work, we got to be flexible, man, especially when we have a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question. So I got a position that was offered to me, almost double the amount of what I'm paying.
Do it.
Do it.
See, I was
no hesitation.
No,
Do
I was literally gonna take it. I end up, long story short, I end up turning it down. It ended up being about another 20-minute drive.
Mm.
I know Dip's going
On top of the time that
on
you're
top of the
already,
time that
yeah.
I'm already doing.
I know Dip's going to side with you on that one.
Yeah.
I ain't adding no 20
The-
minutes to my drive.
The schedule, I'm usually at work at like 3 a.m. I'm out by like 1 because I have to pick up the kids and stuff like
Right.
that. This new position, they're like, no, you have to come in. I think it's like 7 to 4. No, I mean, but they were gonna work with the hybrid schedule and everything else. And then I would have a manager. Right now I don't. I'm kind of like a lead, so I can kind of like,
Mhm.
it's more flexibility, more comfortable and stuff like that. The next schedule, I would have someone literally just telling me everything I'm supposed to be doing, this and that.
So you got to get micromanaged.
Yeah.
So you got to get micromanaged when you're not being managed at all.
Yes.
You got to add 20 minutes to your commute,
Yes.
and you got to
Now I'm
be
on a
on their
set schedule.
on their set schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I would have stepped back at the schedule thing,
Yeah.
being that if I was in your situation, just because my family comes first.
Yeah.
man.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
not all
and your
about
wife
money, man.
is starting a
And-
new job, and you guys gotta be
Right.
flexible with each other for that.
Yeah.
So I would have just been like, if I have to have this schedule,
Yeah.
I can't do it.
And I would have to have worked at least a Saturday, 2 Saturdays a month, where I don't have to work weekends right
Right.
now.
No, I mean, fuck that, man. It's
Yeah.
taking
So I
away
was just
your
like, I mean,
work-life balance. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
you got a homie there that's single, and you can be like, hey, but Joe,
It's to me,
right.
to me, if you're comfortable
yeah.
with your life and everything's going well and you're comfortable, you're paying your bills, why take that stress on
Right.
just for a couple more dollars? I agree with you, bro. It's not all about money,
Yeah.
man.
yeah, it's not.
And
I
I
mean,
do
yeah.
tell that is one thing that like when I started my job, that was a little issue because I came here do the show every Saturday morning, and they kept scheduling me for Saturday mornings.
Saturdays.
And it's like, bro, like I'm trying to tell you, like, if you schedule me, I probably won't be able to come in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're just gonna be welcome in the door by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you,
And companies, they want you to take sacrifices and make
Right.
sacrifices for them.
Right.
And if they can't do the same for you, that's when I just fuck y'all.
and at the
Yeah.
same time, I have to
Right.
remind some of my managers. Okay, I understand there's people that come like able to come in every day, but at the same time, I know I don't do anything outside of work, but still, I want to do
You gotta have your
teenage
me
things.
time.
Yeah.
There's teenage things I
Yeah.
still want to do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't just come in here every Saturday night and Friday. And those are 2 days that, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I do stuff.
Yeah.
Like those are my 2 days. I'll go out and do something. Y'all
Yeah.
can have me all day
Yeah,
Sunday.
no, that makes total sense.
And you're still young.
Especially
You still
once-
have a lot.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what
I
I'm gonna
still-
say. especially when you get into like your 20s and 21, 22, you definitely ain't gonna want to
Right.
be
Yeah.
up
There's
on your
people.
Fridays and Saturdays.
There's stuff I turn down. Like, hey, you trying to go Saturday? Man, I can't. I work.
Yeah.
They keep me all day Sundays. I 12-hour shift Sundays sometimes.
Yeah.
That's rough. That's rough for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't nothing. But right now, but for right now, to me, that's what I'm saying. That's something to me because
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let me give my
Yeah.
couple months.
But since Dip is over here getting some footage in, I guess I'll go next. So, oh man, which one should I pick?
Right.
So I had to deal with a lot of flexibility. Actually, I'll stay with the work thing because we were already talking about that with Patrick. So, if anybody out there is watching that's following me on my Facebook right now, they know that I am not in good standings with Uber at the moment, and that was one of my bigger backup plans. Like I prefer doing gig work, and I do have multiple sources of income for my gig work, but Uber was essential to my nighttime income.
Mhm.
Like during the day, I have other stuff I can use, but Uber was more like, all right, I need to make this goal of said amount of money today. And if I'm at 75% of that, guess where I'm going?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Uber. So there was some BS about my my insurance came out and the date was off. I contacted my insurance agent. She corrected it. I sent it in again. It looked different. The font of my insurance card looked different. So they accused me of
They can't.
altering it. Yep. Fabrication and alteration. I went through all this BS with them. I sent them I ended up getting my full policy emailed to me from my insurance agent. I sent them my full policy. I gave them the email and the phone number for my personal insurance agent. And as far as I know, I feel like they ignored it all because it would have been easily resolved if they used all the information that I provided them. But long story short, I got deactivated. I can no longer work with Uber ever again. They said their decision is final and my account has been deactivated. So I
Go
was
to
already
Lyft.
what was that?
Go to Lyft, man.
Actually, I'm in the process of getting set up with Lyft. I'm just waiting for my background check. But at this point, I'm more looking at it as I need to start really going harder on my entrepreneurship because the big reason why I've been doing these gig jobs before it was a term, like I like to throw that out there. Like I'm not jumping on that bandwagon. Like I did temp agency work. That's how my whole culinary career came from temporary work,
Right.
which is technically gig work still because I was jumping around many restaurants working with different type of chefs and all different kind of cuisines and all kind of different events and stuff like that. And I'm pretty experienced with the gig work, but I don't know, just going through that experience, it kind of opened my eyes to realizing that like this gig work is not you're not working, you're still working for somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was kind of the reason why I went that route because I got to the point where I made myself believe that doing these type of jobs, I'm my own boss. I create my own schedule. Now I did still kind of create my own schedule to a certain extent,
Yeah.
but also looking back at it, like if I'm going out and there's certain peak times
Mhm.
for these delivery apps, I'm not gonna make any money if I'm not going out during the peak time.
Yeah.
So if peak time is like say an actual peak time is about from 4 to like 9 or whatever, that's that
Yeah.
dinner supper rush right there. If I want to go start my day at 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, I'm not really going to be putting myself in an efficient position to make the most I could. So in that sense, my scheduling was still somewhat restricted.
Uh-huh.
So my flexibility is, like Patrick said, I've already took the steps. Right when I started going through all this BS with Uber, I already set up with Lyft.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're not gonna stop me from reaching my goal because my goal was to get this new car. Actually, got myself a little
Yeah.
birthday present and got
Nice.
myself a new car the day before my birthday. But part of the reason why I picked that specific type of vehicle, though, was in order to do the ride share. I got a small compact SUV. I want to be able to do the ride share, and I know that there's the average guy is a little bit bigger than me. Like I can't have 3 Jimmys in my Kia Rio.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what I was pushing before. I had
You
a
can
Kia
have
Rio.
one Jimmy in
Right.
this.
Maybe I might. I don't even know if I can have you in my
Man,
Rio.
bro.
You
There
would
be
have to pull the
cars.
C out like Hightower.
There, like honestly, like with me and people my size, I feel for you. I can't fit in some car. Like it's hard to get in some
Yeah.
cars. Like I have to actually grab my head, like, and actually go under.
Right.
I might not look as big on camera, but I'm like 6'5".
This kid's like 7'2".
Yeah.
I'm
Freaking
6'5".
dunking on Yao Ming and
I'm
shit.
6'5". I got bad knees. I can't be dunking on nothing.
You don't
But
need to dunk when you're 6'5". You just kind of put it in there. And just a little hop.
on an 8-foot rim, probably. But no, that's I came from. I'm in a generation where Steph Curry is, so I'm shooting from half court when I really should be in the post. I already know where I should be, but I'm shooting from half court and everything. But like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying. Go ahead. I forgot what I was saying.
So yeah, my flexibility is being able to roll with these punches. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I lose control of my emotions. Like I look back at that post and I'm kind of like, damn, I really like aired it all out. But I've always told people it's kind of hard to get me upset, but it's really easy to get me upset when you start fucking with my money.
Yeah.
And they were fucking with my money.
The thing that was confusing and frustrating, because of the fact that like a normal job per se, they'll give you like a warning. They didn't even give you a warning.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
just
That's what I
shut
was
the
so
door and
upset
they were
about.
just like,
Yeah.
they didn't try to work with you or anything.
I tried to call. Like I literally spent a whole day trying to call and get to whoever I needed to speak with, and come to find out, the people who make those kind of decisions, it's a department that is outbound only, meaning you can't call them,
Yeah.
you can't email them,
Right. So
you
you
can't
can't
go
you
down
can't
to the
fight it.
office.
Yeah.
Right.
You just got to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, it's fake, whatever. And like I said, I sent them my whole insurance policy. So not only was my new vehicle on there, but they even got the information for my van that Jess drives. Like they had my whole policy on there.
And they were probably just looking at it as a corporate mindset, meaning that like a dime a dozen kind of thing. Like everybody's
Yeah.
replaceable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt in the end. That's
And
exactly how I felt in the end.
This job, I work at Chili's, but this job, this is my first. You know what I'm saying? This is my first job, honestly.
Mhm.
And I didn't know that it's 2 weeks. We're 3 weeks out when it comes to checks. So it's 3, like you do your 2 weeks, but that goes on to your next check, not this upcoming one, but the one
Oh,
after next.
yeah.
So there was this week I was sick and I had the flu and I was barely working, and I made like $150, and just you know what I'm
Because you
saying.
took so many
Yeah,
days
like
off.
I couldn't do it. I was dying. You know what I'm saying? But
And they probably
but
wouldn't have let
the
you
week
come either, since it was a flu.
the week before that though, I worked a lot of, you know what I'm saying, I put in a lot of hours, picked up a lot of shifts, all of that. I'm like, how the hell I make, you know what I'm saying, just $150 and I just did all, you know what I'm saying, all that
Right.
work. So like you said, emotions and money, and so I called my manager. I was like, hey bro, what's up with this check? You know what I'm saying? I think it's short. Then he was like, nah, it's just the fact that you only worked 2 days. So first of all, I'm surprised I made $150 in 2 days. That's just the one thing. And
What about the week before though? So you technically
So-
work like 7 days, right? Because you probably did at least like 5 the week before.
So I think that was probably when I was still doing basketball. It was still when I was doing basketball. So I did 3 days, then did 2 days on top.
So
probably
total of like 5 or
5
so.
days, and I only make $12.80 an hour.
Yeah, that seems kind of low. I mean, I don't know what your
Yeah.
position is and everything, but that
Yeah.
seems kind of low.
Yeah, but
Especially if you're working like 10, 12-hour days. Like, I don't know.
that's
Yeah.
not every day. That's probably a Sunday. That's
Okay.
that's just Sundays are, and I get 15 hour doing it. Like I do the janitor duty. Then after that, I'll host for the rest of the day, which I have the personality
So
for.
do you get
Tips?
yeah,
No.
tips as host?
You don't do this. You gotta wait.
Well, no. I was just because I know
I
it's
do.
totally
I
different
could
now.
earn. I could earn it. Like if a server come up to me like, hey, if you just come over here, sweep my section for me, I'll give you like 10, $15. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Or like if I do like so well to a table, like for a table, I feel like
Mhm.
I can tell when a table, you know what I'm saying, likes me. I'll
Yeah.
keep going to that table and trying to help them
Right,
out, and
right.
they'll always, here you go,
So I
appreciate you.
had this water,
Yeah.
this pitcher of water
Right.
just in my hand right now, and I noticed your cup is low. Here you go.
I ain't parched, sir. Yeah, but and flirting. Flirting is a big one. Like there will be girls my age, like just a group of girls my age, and they'll like tip out really good.
Oh yeah,
They'll give you
I
like a
know.
$20 tip and a phone number. And I'm like, okay.
Heck yeah. I used to well, not I used to. Jess, my girlfriend of 10 years now, she used to be a bartender. And I used to have her other guy friends. I'd be like, man, it doesn't bother you that that guy's flirting with her and hitting on her. And I'm like, nah, I'm about to pay my light bills. Like, I do not, as long as he ain't trying to touch her,
Right.
that's different. But if
Which,
he's just
if I need to add, if
flirting,
you guys need a bartender,
Miss
hit
Jess,
them up. Yes.
yes, she's a wonderful bartender, very experienced. If you need any help with any kind of culinary type events, between me and her,
My
we
job
have-
desperate right now.
we have-
My
What was
job.
that?
I said my job is desperate right now.
Oh no,
We're
I ain't
short.
going to Chili's.
We
Nah,
are.
they ain't
Look,
gonna pay me.
my manager yesterday cussed everybody out because we're just short staffed. We
Yeah.
are so short staffed that it's.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
I'm the
right
only. I
now.
feel like I'm the only host now. Like that's how bad it is. It's
It's-
me and
so
some
it's
old
time for
guy.
you to ask, or well, you're leaving.
I can't. I
I was
can't.
gonna say it's time for you to ask for a raise. If
I'm
you're the
so
only
leaving.
one,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
you're
sorry.
the
I know
only
y'all
one,
need
you're
me,
probably
but at
getting
the same
more. They're probably
time,
throwing more stuff on top of you
yeah,
every
they
day.
do though.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
saying?
I would definitely sit down. I mean, I don't know how close you are to being out.
Oh, I'm about to be out.
But
Like
if
the managers already saw my application. I just put it in today, and my friend works there, and she talked to her manager, and
Oh, okay.
he's reviewing my
So
application.
this might be like next week or something.
Just make sure you don't quit before you have that. Make sure that plan B comes in.
Oh, that-
you don't
Yeah.
know if he's gonna get hired or not.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm gonna wait. So if I do get hired, I'm like, hey, I got to put in my 2 weeks for
But
my
that's
other
the thing,
job.
I
I would
told you,
say-
man. My advice, man, you don't do any job twice. You already did food. I wouldn't want to do it again. That's how
No?
I am. I don't do shit. I didn't do shit twice.
No?
Especially not those bullshit jobs. Why?
Well,
You-
yeah, I
you
mean, I
gonna
wouldn't-
get- I'm
I
only-
wouldn't
You want
be
to
a
get
hostess
experience
twice.
at fast food? Like,
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
moved on to something. He should go to Home Depot or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my thought pattern. Go over there.
Well, to be
do something different.
Yeah.
I
or
recommend
different.
if you're
Yeah.
if you're young, like I'm probably gonna get slack on this, but if you're young, I recommend a grocery store.
Oh, the
That's
stalkers.
what I heard. That's what I heard.
Not even
Stalkers.
necessarily stalker, but just being
I
in
hear
a grocery
Walmart-
store. There's so many different
You
departments.
can
get
move up and move
experience.
Yeah.
on. And
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Right.
I mean, you might
And
not
you'll
want
be there
You might not
for-
want to stay there for your whole career.
Nah, you be there for
but you can
5, 6
build up a
years
good
while you're in
experience.
school and getting your education. Then you can move on to something better. But
Yeah.
this is a
I'm
good
just
spot to get education
the
and get
reason-
your stuff together.
one of the reasons why I did. I'm not just for the cookies, not just for the cookies.
That's
but-
all he cares about.
There's
Not
probably a
just
girl
for the
there too.
cookies.
There's probably a girl there too, though.
But no, it's the fact. It's
There's a girl there too.
There's also the fact that Chroma Cookie pays decent.
But you don't know how many hours you're gonna get.
They
You have to make
Yeah.
sure you have to talk to them, ask them how
That's
many
why
hours
I
am
have.
I
That's
gonna
why I'm
get
not.
per
That's
week?
why I
mind if I
haven't.
ask how much
Exactly.
you
That's
You
why I
don't know
haven't.
if they're gonna give you 2 hours a week or what's the situation. So you
That's
need
why I
to-
haven't quit with
And look at your
my
benefits.
current. You know what I'm saying?
Look at your benefits.
They don't care about benefits.
Yeah, you
in
ain't getting no
fucking high
benefits
school.
at Crumble
teenage-
Cookies.
yeah,
Benefits.
teenager.
You
I
ain't
didn't
getting
care
no
about no. I
benefits
just
at
wanted my
Crumble
check.
right.
Right.
Oh,
You ain't getting
Let
no
me
benefits.
only get this.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no benefits from Crumble Cookie anyways. They're too small of a company right now. Maybe in the future,
I mean,
or maybe if you're management, you might get benefits. But as a regular employee, I feel like
You don't think
don't
they
quote
have-
me on this.
you don't think
but
they
I'm
have
just-
stock or
in
anything?
my-
Hey. Now he's leaving the room. It is the
Yeah.
cookies. It is the cookies. It is the
It's just the
cookies.
cookies.
Yeah.
I get freaking. No, actually,
Now
to be
that-
honest, I love. I that's the one thing I miss about working in the restaurant industry.
You get like when you
is
work there,
you
you get free cookies.
Yeah. No, when I was single and I wasn't on any type of diet and I worked in the restaurant business, I would have minimal food at my house because I always got food
Oh,
from
just-
work.
That's
Yeah.
how. That's
Yeah,
why.
I
Yeah.
either ate at work
Chili.
or I
Chili's
made
is
work
so-
or made food and took it home.
Chili's
Like-
is petty. Like they're petty with food. They're so petty.
Yeah, but I was a line cook.
Yeah, you get, line cooks get free food. They
and,
get the
and we figure out how to eat.
Yeah. And I worked at a
Even if they're like, you get one shift meal. Okay.
you say that. You
One
say,
shift meal. I'm a snack though on the line
Right.
all fucking day.
yeah. I
we
worked at a
always
few.
they my managers are so just
Yeah, I worked at a
not.
few spots, and I was always eating, whether
Mhm.
it be at the
I
donut
feel,
spot, whether it be
I
like
feel
at
that.
a restaurant.
Like
I was always eating.
I would get like little cups of soup,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying. They have this like baked potato soup so far.
And in a
What is
sense, that's
fire.
kind of like a promotion because it's making you work better because
right.
you know
Right.
you're
If you could
full.
be fueled
Or
up.
Yeah.
like we have food that we have like a lot of mess ups, so we always have food
Yeah,
that's
that's
dead.
always a go backs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they like, hey, it's dead. You can keep that.
California is doing something really big where they're taking all the
rescue
food from
stuff?
restaurants
Yeah.
and all the food from farms, the ugly fruits and all the food from the grocery stores, and they're repurposing them, man. It's
Actually,
pretty dope, dude.
Oh, wow.
shout out to Olive Garden because they've been doing that.
Really?
People don't know about that shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
at
know all
Olive
that.
Garden. I used to work at Olive Garden,
Uh-huh.
and at the end of the night, anything that's like, well, except for like your steaks and actual meat that they're gonna make money off of,
Mm.
but like any of the stuff that's on the line that didn't get used, they package it up, and then they don't quote me on St. Mary's, but I think they donated to St. Mary's.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
But see, this the way they
I've
doing
only
in
been to Olive
California is a
Garden once
big
in my
is
life.
even rawer because they're like it's a restaurant
They're going like big.
that like sells it, and any food they don't waste any of it. They take it to this restaurant, and then this restaurant
Try to make a run for
gives
it.
it to other people for like $2,
We got a
$3,
runner.
Yeah.
and you could buy a big ass bag of bagels for $2.
Yep.
Or you could buy all this steak and all this good food for $3, and it's
Yeah.
letting
Actually,
people
too.
buy this food. It might be a day old, but it's good food, man, from a good
Yeah.
restaurant.
Actually, shout out also to Powwow, Produce on Wheels, Waste Without Want.
Mm.
It's a place I used to utilize
Mhm.
a lot, but it's kind of the same concept. They
Right.
rescue food
That's
and
dope,
then they
man.
sell it for you can get, I think the prices have changed, so don't quote me on this, but I want to say about like 50, 60 pounds of produce
Wow.
for like $12.
Right. And this needs to be out there because
It
you have
does.
poor people who are struggling to pay for the groceries, and this is a good option for people who don't have a lot of money,
Mhm.
and they can buy a lot of food for pennies on the dollar, man. And
Yeah.
Especially when you're in those odd situations too,
Yeah,
where you're
man.
just struggling and you got 6 kids. Like,
Exactly.
people don't understand sometimes, man. Like
It's tough.
I got 2 left at home,
Right.
and it's tough for us to go have a family night. I
Definitely.
gotta pay for 4 heads
for
for
4
everything.
motherfuckers to eat.
And
That's
then
tough,
It
man.
is.
my son's little, but he's damn near at a teenager
Right.
appetite, and then the other one is a teenager.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Look at me. You
3
know what I'm saying?
adults.
It's,
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't
hard to
wanna take
feed.
your ass nowhere.
It's hard to feed myself. It get hard. It's hard to feed myself. You know what I'm saying?
If you were my son, I'd be like, we going out to eat. I'm gonna just have the soup. Get
Right.
whatever you want, son. I'm gonna have this soup
You
here.
won't get your 20-ounce steak. That's
he
actually-
gets a salad with that steak, right? Let me have your salad. You can have your steak and your side.
I live with the
That's
ladies.
definitely the way of the future, and I hope that more restaurants and more states start putting these implementing these
definitely.
into it to start getting this out,
Because
man.
as a nation, we waste more than we
So much
consume.
food.
Yeah.
like
Man,
like
dude.
5
Yeah.
times
It's
as
the
much.
amount of food that we waste, dude.
Yeah.
It's just so
It's
ridiculous.
And honestly, I'm not too good to admit that. Like there is sometimes I would like I'll eat. Yesterday I ate KFC again, and I just ate like certain things out of it, and I just threw away like a whole cup of mashed potatoes. Or, you know what I'm saying?
That's the way we are. We're just wasteful.
Yeah.
You know.
But
You
it's
coulda
like
just-
how we grew. You know what I'm saying?
You
It's-
could have me myself. I would have took them and put them up for later, and I'd have ate them
Right.
later.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
know, you'll figure it out.
Yeah,
You ain't got
I'm
that
still- I'm
them
still-
bills and shit yet.
right. I'm
Start
still at the
hitting
age where I'm like, all right.
Yeah, you ain't
yeah,
there yet.
It'll change a little bit once you get all fully on your own.
I
Mhm.
tell kids
But
that
before I forget though, I do want to give you just a little bit of advice. You could
I'm ready.
do whatever you want with it. I'm not sure if there's any chance of you wanting to stay at Chili's, but if I were you in your position, once you have that interview with Crumble and you get a good feeling for them, and if you think they're gonna take you, I would go right back to that Chili's manager and ask for a raise. If you're still like one of 1 or 1 of 2 hosts there, because now if they tell you no, just go to Crumble.
Yeah.
If they're like,
That
oh,
is-
well, we
that
can't
is-
do that,
that is-
Jimmy. Well, all right, then I'm out then.
You got
And then
options.
you ain't got to be like, oh man, I just quit. What am I gonna do now?
Right.
Nah, you already got this one lined up.
This is okay. There's this dude. Very very controversial. Andrew Tate.
Yes, he is very controversial.
Very. I ain't going
I
to say
listen
a
to
lot
him
of things,
sometimes.
but there is some things he say, and he was like, I was listening to him yesterday, I think it was, and he was talking about
What?
when you're homeless. That's just that's true. No, he was like, when you're homeless, there's two mindsets. There's the people who goes to their friend's house. You have a chance when you first get homeless. You have a chance to do something with yourself.
Yeah.
You have a good 5 or 6 days to do something with yourself. There's some people who goes in there, sleep all day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Steal $3 and you know what I'm saying, steal food, whatever. But there are some people who wake up early, clean the house, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
and make that person breakfast and you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and get a new job and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I feel like I could be that person who wakes up early. I feel like I'm that type of person.
Yeah, yeah.
Ow.
Another thing too,
Ow.
if I can extend on Elijah's, have transparency with Crumble. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask, how many hours am I gonna get? Because I
Closed
work.
mouths don't get fed. That's
Yeah.
one of the
Right.
biggest things
Mhm.
I hear.
Another thing too is, say, Crumble does work, doesn't work, whatever the case is. Don't be afraid to, look as far as job postings, whatever the case is, to go into some of the jobs that you're not familiar with.
Right.
Because sometimes, I mean, there might be just in your neighborhood, you can be like, shit, like I see this building here all the time. I don't know what it is. You look into it, it might be something up your alley where you're like, man, I'm really good at this, or I can figure this out.
Like
Mhm.
that's my thing. That's what I hear a lot. I am a people's person.
Yeah.
Like I have that personality for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome in. How you doing?
Yeah.
Or if there's kids around, there's this TikToker who got famous by doing this Karen voice.
Yeah.
I'll do it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hi, how are ya? You know what I'm saying? See,
Yeah.
like I'm just that people's person. I can sell. I know I can sell. That's my thing right now.
If
Yeah.
you really feel like you could sell, you should get into sales.
It's not.
To be
It's
honest,
like
but you got to be a certain kind of creature, though.
not like what's his name? Is Mark something?
It's what something?
I think it's what's his name? He owns the Dallas Mavericks.
Mark
Mark
Cuban?
Ruben?
Mark
Cuban.
Or
Yeah.
Cuban,
Mark Cuban.
Cuban.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
He said selling isn't convincing, it's helping. You gotta that's what you gotta realize. It's helping, not convincing.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me because I know I can persuade people to, you know what I'm saying, buy something
Yeah.
and pitch that product.
Yeah.
I know I can. I should start doing it with the podcast, but I know I can do it.
You
You know what
can't
I mean?
sell
Right,
shit.
right.
You know what the hell you talking about. You think you can.
I know I can. I know
you because you 17 and you haven't.
you're right.
Get out there and do it, and you'll see a
Sell me
difference.
this book.
Selling is hard, man. And if you have to know everything about a product in and out. You think, oh, I can bullshit with people that'll make them like me. Like, nah, dog. Selling is
I can sell a pen.
Sell me a pen right now. Do it.
nah.
Here you go. Pen right here.
No.
I'll tell you right now. I've been in sales for a long time.
Sales
I don't do
is
sales
hard.
anymore.
I got this.
But I've been in and out of sales.
Sales
if
is
you
Cut
hard,
the
bro.
cameras.
If you really think about it, every single day you go through sales. Every single day, every single conversation is a sale. Every single conversation.
Sales is hard, man.
Yeah.
It is. You got to be a certain kind of person to be
the dude
to
I'll
go
be
through it and be
that, you remember
successful.
we had that real estate agent on here?
Yeah.
I watch his Instagram a lot too. And you know what I'm saying? I like to learn about how to pitch stuff to people. And I watch a lot of not the movie, but the dude, the real the Wolf of Wall Street.
Mhm.
I watch a lot of him and how he sold and
Until you actually put it in action,
Yeah, send me
we're
this
not
pen.
gonna know.
What's up?
Put it in action. We'll see.
I'm in.
And
I'm
sales
in
is
the
tough.
I'm in the market for a brand new pen. What's up? What you got?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you to buy this pen. Hold on, open that drawer. Do you have a pen in there?
I don't have, no, that was the only pen in there.
Do you need here?
So I don't have it. I don't even have a pen to compare.
Right.
I mean,
See, exactly.
I
They're
need a
right
pen.
there. They're
So
right
sell me a
there.
pen. What's good about this pen? Why do I need to buy this pen from you?
Right.
There's a trick to it. I forgot it. There's a trick to it.
Nah, man. Selling is it's everybody make it seem like it's really easy. And those guys who talk, they make it seem like you can do it, but it's hard
Mhm.
as fuck, dude.
It is.
Yeah, no, it's there's like I said, you got to be a certain kind of person. I mean,
Yeah.
it
I hear
it
is a
can
different
be
kind of
easy
Yeah.
because obviously there's these people out there that make it look easy, but they don't sit down and discuss the hours that they put in
That's real.
to be at that
Yes.
level.
right.
And you have to know everything, the ins and outs of your product. You know what I mean? You
See, I
got to know
was
your weaknesses of your product. You got to know all your strengths of your product. You got to know everything about that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Then
I
you got
was
to be able to peep people in 5 to 6 seconds how much you think he's going to spend and what's his breaking point on how much he's going to spend. And those are the things that they're able to figure out just by looking at you. And that's the big one.
Yeah.
yeah. You got to be able to
That
break somebody
mentality, right.
down with your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it not to be disrespectful, but you know, you want to look at someone's shoes, their clothes, their accessories, all
Bro, I'm
that stuff.
17. Okay, I
I
get
was
it.
no. I'm not trying to point you out. I'm
No,
just
no.
using you right now. But I did really well as a gym membership. I used to work at LA Fitness, and I actually made my way all the way up to assistant manager, basically. But I was a slow salesperson. I sat down and I would use people's why. But it's a whole different genre. You can't use that technique in every genre. But the type of sales that I did, I could use your interest against you. So one of the first things that I would do whenever someone came into my LA Fitness gym is I would figure out what brought you in today.
Oh, you came in here to hoop?
Yeah. Actually, yeah. So you're looking to find a place to play basketball, right? How long have you been playing basketball?
About 2-3 years.
About 2 or 3 years. You ever play in a league or anything like that?
No.
No leagues or nothing. Yeah, that's not at school or anything like that. You just like
Nope.
pick up games.
Pick up games.
Okay, that's cool. So how often do you play a week?
About 4 or 5 times.
About 4 or 5 times a week. So you'd probably be at our gym about 5 times a week playing.
Not your gym, but yeah, I'd be at
I mean,
a
if
gym. If I would,
if you go with our gym, you'll be here probably about 4 or 5 times a week or so.
probably.
So if you're going to be spending that much time here, how much value do you think that is for you?
Oh, that's gonna be valuable.
That's
You
very
know what I'm
valuable.
saying? That's something I'm willing to pay for.
Willing to pay for it? Okay. So are you looking for something that's going to be able to kind of reach your needs as far as just being on the court, or is there certain amenities that you're looking for in the basketball court?
Just looking for a full court, not a half court like EOS Fitness.
No problem. I actually used to work out at EOS Fitness.
You understand it now?
They're okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a kind of a bang for your buck kind of gym.
Right.
Over here at LA Fitness, we charge a little bit more than EOS, but you get a lot better amenities and you get a lot better treatment with us. So, you have no desire in actually using the weights or cardio or anything
I
like
might.
that? You might?
Yeah.
So there's a small chance you could use
Small
some of that.
chance. Yeah.
What about any of our extra amenities like the pool, jacuzzi, sauna, stuff like that? Sauna's usually really good.
Swim.
Sorry, I should have remembered that, but I went in the sales mode.
I can't swim.
But I was gonna say sauna is actually a really good tool to use as well after you're working out, whether you're working out with your weights or on the cardio or even basketball. It's really good for your muscles. It relaxes you, and it's a good way to wind down. So that might be something you might want to take in consideration. So far, is this gym you saying it's pretty simple?
I'm sold. You got me. I'm sold already.
But see, I mean, you gotta
gotta
dive
dig
in
deep in
and
them.
dig and figure out what they want.
Right.
It's not about selling the gym.
Right.
It's not about selling the basketball court. It's about basketball court. It's about finding out what you want. And then I got to figure out how I can provide you with what you want. That's why I was asking, like, do you need the extra amenities in a basketball gym? Because if you're looking for something that has a certain quality, then the money's not going to really matter. If you're looking for something that has a certain level of quality, if you're okay with just being at the park playing, then I'll be straight up honest with you. I'll let you know. Just like I said, we're a little bit more expensive than EOS. But, if you're looking forward to just playing on concrete and having no net and no air conditioning, I can show you a park right down the street if you want. But, but those are just some tips as far as sales. So if you really think you're good at sales and you want to get into it, those are the type
Nope,
of
I'm
things
not.
you want to
Figure that out. Figure that out.
I mean, don't let us discourage you though. If you
No, I
have
know.
if
I'm
you
just not
have an
good at it right
interest,
now.
yeah, that's what I was gonna
That's
say.
what
If
I'm
you
saying.
have an interest in it,
Learn about it.
develop your skills on it and go for that, because that is a very good point. Like you said, like you're an approachable person. It's easy to talk with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've been joking around this whole time, and like I told Dip before, like I feel like I know you, but this is the first time we've actually met, and we're still having a nice, good conversation.
Right.
And that's your natural personality. You just got to work on the actual psychology part of the sales,
Right.
that's what it is.
Well, I
it's
can
very
sell. I can sell.
psychological.
Hey, I can sell some chips and salsa if y'all want me to. But yeah, no, it's yeah. That's a lot that goes into it.
But since we're getting a little short on time, so I'm gonna do wacky wealth real quick. I wanted to just kind of pinpoint cool bosses. Like it makes things a lot easier with being flexible with your hours, your schedule, your pay, or even if you're in a situation where you think your pay is not right. If you got a cool boss, it can go very easily and very cool. If you don't have a cool boss, next thing you know, you might let your emotions get the best of you.
Yep.
So, there's this. Oops, I went out of my thing. So I have this little text between boss and employee that seems kind of cool that I wanted to kind of highlight, just some easy satire, some entertainment real quick. So this is the boss to the employee. It says, "Gracie, there was a noise complaint from last night when you were closing." She says, "What? It was dead by 11:30. I closed right at midnight." And then he says that police came by today. Report for us says neighbors complain about loud R&B after 1 a.m. She replies, "Oh, ha ha ha. Okay, yeah. I bumped the shit out of R. Kelly while I closed, and I guess I forgot to turn the patio speakers off. I'd like to file a complaint against the neighbors for hating Ignition remix."
Right.
And he says, "Seriously? Gracie, stop telling the new hires." Oh, I'm sorry, this is a different one. So conversation ended with "seriously," and then the next day he messages her and he says, "Gracie, stop telling the new hires they have to call you Your Majesty."
That's what they do on my job.
And then she says, "Oh my God, what even is the point of being management then?"
They no, we joke around like that all the time on my job.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of cool to have some cool bosses and cool management.
Man, my
It makes
manager
things
called
so
me.
much easier.
My manager called me on my day off. He was like, "Hey, can you come in for me?" I was like, "Bro, I can't." He was like, "Jimmy, I'll give you $20 and some chicken wings." All right, bro. You kind
I
of
would
got
have been
me
like, "How many chicken wings?"
right. You got me sold, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
We talking what I get to choose
8
what
piece,
flavor?
right? 8 piece.
They're
You
getting tossed.
bone in or bone out.
Start waking up. Add a Pepsi and I'll do it.
I got you.
But yeah, man, it makes it a lot easier. It makes things go smoother if you got a cool boss. So make sure you try to get into a position where you do have a cool boss. So also too, like in Patrick's situation, they're not trying to get rid of you for not taking the offer.
Yeah.
So they must be somewhat, I don't know if they're the coolest boss, but they're at least cool enough to not take it to heart that you denied the offer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not like, "Well, Patrick, we kind of need you to take this position or we're going to have to cut ties."
Yeah.
That
Well,
would be
it was a whole different
fucking shit.
company.
Oh, it was a whole different company.
Whole different
Oh,
company.
I thought it was
But
promotion within or something. I thought
yeah, but I
originally.
did let my boss know the whole situation. Everybody thought it
Mhm.
was crazy, but I'm like, nah, like it's a line of respect, and
Mhm.
it's just it's just more transparency between me and my boss. It says, hey, like, so this other position came in, and a few people are like, oh, were you doing it for for a money scheme? I'm like, nah, like
Mhm.
I just want my boss to know, like, hey, like this position
Oh, some
came.
people thought you were trying to like, "So this came and they offered me this. Can I get a raise?"
Yeah,
That's
and
how I feel. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
and nah, it was just more of just like, hey, like because of the fact that she's been pretty straight with me. Like if I'm sick, take time off. If there, personal issue, worry about your family.
Mhm.
We built that level of respect so that way when things are coming and going, whatever the case is, I let her know.
Mhm.
When reviews and everything else is coming, she's putting her neck on the line for me.
Nice,
yeah. My
nice.
Yeah.
manager, one of my managers, she sees me as I'm still a high school kid, and she sees me as I see you as a son figure right now because you know what I'm saying. You come here, and you take care, you do your job, but at the same time, I'll still help you on a personal level. If you need time off, let me know, and you know what I'm saying. I'll go out there host for you just for you know what I'm saying if you need it.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying. I appreciate that. And one of my job's biggest fixtures offered me a job. He offered me to. I don't want to do it because, but plumbing. He was like, I'll start you off like 18, 19 an hour.
Oh, what's holding you back?
License, license.
If you have an opportunity and you can at least tolerate it, because I hear plumbing's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Plumbing is a very good trade to get into. They pay very well, and you can have a career.
And he said
And
he'll give me a truck.
Mhm.
He said you can take that truck and
There was a guest I had on a while back,
Brother Anthony?
Brother Anthony.
Yeah.
He's a trade plumber, like that's his career.
Yeah.
Like if you want, you can go on my Facebook. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to talk with you. Or if you want, I can even reach out to him and link you up so you guys can discuss if it's something that you're interested in, because it's a good field. It's a
Yeah.
good field to be in.
I just need my my license.
No, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of opportunities out there, but sometimes you got to be certified. So
Right.
but there's no hurt in
Trying.
investigating and
Yeah.
seeing if it's something that you are interested. Like Dip was saying, you're young right now, so jump
I don't know.
around,
Yeah,
jump
I
around
don't
and
know what I
figure out.
want.
Yeah, if you're not like, oh yeah, I'm going to college and this is what I want to be my career and I'm going for it. If you don't have that set, keep jumping around until you find something that you like.
And it's okay if you don't know what you want. Now, just you're learning as you're going.
But if
Mhm.
you're like 35 years old, not knowing what you
That's
want,
a different story.
Hey, what's wrong with that, man?
I mean,
But
you should
no, I'm
have
just
some type of
joking.
you should have some type of idea.
But basically what I was getting to with the boss thing, I was just trying to bring all that around back to the flexibility.
Mhm.
So if you do have a cool boss, they'll be able to work with you and your flexibility so you guys can be both flexible.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like if you want a day off, they're like, oh, okay, we'll give you this day off, but I'm gonna need you this day. You know what I mean? So it all goes around as far as being flexible and everything like that.
or
But
cool coworkers is
Yeah.
another good one. Because
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
just want to swap shifts,
Yeah.
hey, if you give me this day off, I'll work for you this day.
Right, right. That works too. That's a big help as well. But we are getting close on time, so we are getting into our last segment of the day, and we building boy. So, unfortunately, we had technical difficulties last week, but I didn't put somebody new because I really wanted to spotlight this business because I really like this business. It's connected to my family technically, and she's pretty cool. But today on We Building Boy, we are highlighting Early Bird Vegan. Now, if you've been following along, you probably heard me drop their name a couple of times. They are located at 2152 East Broadway, or I'm sorry, they're located at 17112 East Broadway Road, suite number 3 in Phoenix, Arizona, the corner of 17th Street, and that is on the south side. So that's one of the reasons that I really like that place. But they have a brand new location, which I almost messed up. That's the first address that I was starting to say. They have a brand new location in Tempe at 2152 East Broadway Road, Tempe, Arizona. Now, I'm happy about this as well because it's in Tempe and it's going to be near ASU. Actually, I think it might be pretty much on ASU campus. And I know that there's not a lot of options out there for vegan stuff, unless you're like sweets. I know that there's a pretty cool cookie place out there. But I'm really happy to hear that Early Bird Vegan is spreading their wings, and no pun intended. And they have a new location, and also their sister company, Trash Panda Vegan Truck, has been designated as an approved supplier of the Super Bowl 57 Business Contact or Connect program, where there are over 220 local diverse businesses in Arizona identified as certified experienced company approved to compete for contracts related to the Super Bowl, and they were chosen. So that's also really, really awesome. I'm gonna give them a double round of applause, one for the new location and another one for being selected and as an approved supplier for this year's Super Bowl that's going to be held at Glendale Stadium in February. Yeah, that's what I said. February. So before we wrap it up, though, I got 2 questions for you guys. All right, I want you to participate and chime in. You guys can participate as well. But what boss moves or boss ish have you accomplished this month? That's question 1. What have you accomplished this month that you feel like is a boss move, is a big move? And have you ever had an amazing boss? Kind of like the one in the text where, he was complaining about the police and she was just open like, well, boo them because they're not feeling the Ignition remix. This is the remix to Ignition. I know I said that all off tune, but you get the idea. Yes, R. Kelly made some bad decisions, but goddamn, his music is still great. Don't take that away from him. But I think it's about that time. Let's give a round of applause for my co-host for today, Mr. Patrick. Go ahead and check out the Mom and Pop podcast whenever you get a chance.
Yes.
Socially Awkward, Uncomfortable podcast as
Yes.
well. We're going to give another round of applause for my second co-host for the day, Mr. Jimmy Butler. That's not his last name either, but it just sounds
It's
like
Vaughn.
it sounds like a last
yeah.
name needs to go with Jimmy. Whenever you say Jimmy,
You gotta
Jimmy
think of
John,
Butler.
Jimmy Page, Jimmy, but there's a lot of Jimmys. But thank you, sir, for being a co-host for today. And then last but not least, we got the engineer of all engineers,
The
Mr.
wackest of them
Hats
all.
of many, Mr. Dip to the Lean,
Yo, very interesting conversations today. Learned a lot.
the father of
Taught
Habari
Jimmy something
Entertainment,
today, and that's always something good.
right? Because this is wealth for generations,
Mm-hmm.
and we teaching the next generation.
That's real.
And when you get a chance, go on your social media because they were on just before I was. And if you missed it, you missed a good show. Go check out Habari Live. And if you don't want to go on Facebook or Twitter or Twitch or Apple or am I missing one? I think I rounded up to the one YouTube. If you don't want to watch it on any of those social type networks, just go to the website at habari.com, www.habari.com, and you can catch Habari Live. Who was I'm sorry, who was the host? It was a woman that owned the boutique, correct?
Yeah, she had the Perfections Boutique, and it's habarientertainment.com.
Oh, did I say it wrong?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Habari Entertainment.
Her name was what?
Key.
I
can't remember the last name right now.
Her name starts with the S. Last name starts with the S.
Yeah.
Miss Key S.
Yeah.
Go check out her boutique.
Scafe? Something like that.
Go check out Habari Live.
Steak.
And then check out her boutique.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And if I can add,
yes, sir.
If you out there thinking about doing a podcast show, please reach out.
Reach out. Contact me. Contact Jimmy. Contact Patrick. Contact Dip. Contact Iesha. Whoever you feel comfortable.
Don't contact me. I'll forward you to. No.
I mean, still, that's the point.
Yeah.
Whoever you feel safe with
yeah.
your initial contact, we will get you to the necessary person to get you started with a podcast.
Whatever it may be, bring your creative minds and let's
even
work
if
together.
you want to come talk about Beanie Babies.
Yeah.
Maybe not that one.
That's not my conversation. If you want to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Just
if you want to come talk.
You know what I'm
saying?
Yeah.
But on that note, this one is for all of y'all. And I want to thank you for viewing and giving me your time on episode number 25. And I think we're going to throw out the deuces. Peace.